Hey, good morning. Right here on WGLM 106.3. This is Scott coming to you with Continuous Miracle Radio. And we are live this morning, folks. So glad you're with us. Along for the show. Brought Mike in here again this morning.
Hey, good morning, folks. Cool start to the day, but we're here.
Yeah. We're getting through it, though. What did we get, about a foot of rain up this way?
Not last night, but yeah.
I mean, over the last week or so?
Yes, sir. We got this.
Got through it okay, huh?
Yeah. I almost described that rain in an unappealing tone.
You
Sorry.
did, yeah.
Thank you, God.
I think everyone's seen enough of it. Maybe we could dry up a little bit this week. That'd be great for all of us. So on the show today with us, we have a candidate from Samaritas, correct?
Samaritan Way.
Samaritan Way.
Yeah.
And that's a new recovery facility here in the Greenville area and surrounding area. And it's available to folks, 5 days a week now?
Yeah, we're open from 8 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And
but on
Friday you located?
We're located on 115 and a half South Lafayette Street in Greenville, Michigan.
Okay. And you guys are just up there during the day with coffee, sandwiches, drop-in center, so to speak. Come on in, have a conversation.
Yeah, so what we do is we just open up to the public. Anybody that struggles with substance abuse, whether it could be substance or homelessness, we try to provide as many resources as we can. We do have coffee always running, which is, I mean, we drink it just as much as anybody that walks through the door. But we have a bunch of snacks.
So you guys are ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
What we left out was Fred's name.
No, I haven't gotten to that point
Okay.
yet. He's being anonymous.
Okay.
Yeah, we brought Fred in here today. I know his name. Mike knows his name.
Yeah.
You don't know his name.
Yeah.
Now you do.
Yeah. My name is Fred Hill. I'm from Muskegon, Michigan. You know, and I'm very new to the recovery community, but very blessed to be part of it.
Yeah.
So you were originally from Muskegon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you were staying out there Muskegon Way, what brought you to recovery and moved you into the recovery community, I guess? Or what motivated you?
What motivated me to be in the recovery community is that I faced a lot of things by myself. You know, I always I had to go through the process of all the things to re-identify with who I was really naturally born to be that substance took away. But for me, what brought me to that point was I just want to be that advocate for someone. I want to be able to be there for people at their worst. I want to be able to encourage them on a daily basis. And that for me, to be able to provide something I didn't have is like what empowers me to be there.
Right, today. Yeah. So in the beginning, though, what brought you to recovery? You were abusing some substances, I imagine.
Yeah, I was
running and gunning.
Oh yeah, it was bad. So I not recovery, but my addiction started when I was in like high school. I started popping more Adderall than I needed because I played sports, you know, and my dad dying at 13, and that got me into alcohol, smoking weed.
A traumatic experience, losing your father at the age of 13.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And
that's understandable.
Yeah, and before that, I was molested by a family member, so I had a lot of anger and frustration and just a lot of things that I was struggling with, you know, and it was hard for me to accept what had happened to me and not fully develop an understanding. After, you know, fast forward to COVID-19, I got really deep into meth, and when I got deep into meth, I was getting high to stay awake. I was in an environment to where there was a lot of drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and I was around people that were killers too. That was, for me, there was a lot of trauma on top of my, you know, drug use, and I was taking anything at that time just to stay awake, to get high, to numb the pain.
We're really concerned about COVID.
Yeah, I was not worried about COVID at
No.
all.
No.
At that time, I thought meth was the solution to not get COVID.
Right. You convinced yourself.
I sure did.
Well, and that's where addiction takes a person.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not making light of that. We understand that today after being around for a while. You know, it took a lot of people to a lot of strange places. Actually, addiction did during that, not just the COVID period, but before and after.
Yeah.
And then coming through all that, what led you? Did you have interaction with law enforcement, or did you have that maybe brought you to the recovery community?
What did it for me was...
Which isn't unusual.
Yeah. Yeah, I got sick of running from them. You know, I got sick of running from the cops all the time, running from people that were trying to kill me. I mean, what brought me to recovery was the last interaction I had out in the streets. I got lured into this place where these people were trying to shoot me, and after I survived that moment, I looked at life way different. I was like, this is it. I can't keep going. You know, I got to jail, and I was like, man, I started crying out to God, something. I needed something to change. You know, I just got sick of only looking to get high. I started, remembering. I was like, because while I was high, I was, trying to push away the fact that I had kids, you know.
Well, that's where addiction took you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And many others. That's why this show was on the radio. So a lot of people know we don't have to live like that anymore, do we, young man?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
And me being in jail, it led me to going to Western Michigan Adult Teen Challenge.
And so you made your way, okay, go to jail.
Yep.
A little interaction with the sheriff. And
Multiple.
You're saying one dose wasn't enough?
No, no.
You had to get beat up a little bit
Yeah, a
better.
little bit. It was either I go to this year-long program or I'm gonna do some serious time. So, you know, and I thought this program at Western Michigan Adult Teen Challenge was gonna be a cakewalk compared to jail, but I was surely mistaken.
Well, thank goodness we have resources available today, like
Yeah.
Western Michigan Teen Challenge, which you were admitted into.
Yep.
And then you spent a whole year there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where was this located?
This was located in Norton Shores, which is in Muskegon, part of Muskegon.
Sure.
And it's right off Ponaluna.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like an encampment. A lot of guys there, a lot of younger folks, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, all ages. So what Western Michigan Adult Teen Challenge is like any life-controlling issues. It could be addiction to porn. It could be addiction to substance. It could be you just can't handle grief well. But what my day went from, so in the morning we had to wake up. Is this something you want me to touch base on?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So in the morning we'd wake up, get breakfast, then we'd go to the rooms, get ready, because everything had to be on timely fashion. Because before I had went to this program, I was just doing things at my leisure. I didn't have structure. So
you need a schedule put in place for you.
Yeah, 100%. So what Western Michigan Adult Teen Challenge did is they removed the lack of structure and gave you a strong structure. So I got ready, and then we had to be down there at a certain time. So I think it was 9:15. We had to be ready out the door. We had to wear chapel clothes, kind of like the stuff that I'm wearing now, but shirt tucked in. They had a very strict.
Good looking shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Very
We're
strict.
style conscious here.
Yeah.
Well, Mike is.
And it was so we had to be to chapel, and chapel would be like an hour and a half long. And then we'd go to chapel, then we'd have lunch. And then after lunch, we'd have work duties. After work duties, we'd have, after chapel, we'd actually have classes. We'd have lower growth, and then we'd have upper growth. So you had to advance through lower growth to get to upper growth. And if you didn't make it, you were going to get removed from the program. So it was all based upon growth.
Okay.
So it's like the foundation was the lower growth, is maybe a better way of putting it for
Yep.
me to understand. Okay.
Yep. And upper growth is where you get more knowledge, more understanding of the Bible and your walk with Christ. And it helps you gain more of a relationship. So if you do lower growth and you don't have any understanding. Because me, prior, I blamed God for everything, but didn't really know who He was.
That's common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Common trait.
And by the end of upper growth, and like by the time I graduated, I had more of an understanding of what life should look like. You know, they gave us classes where like it was a Christian family that helped you with, and they called it a godly budget, how to be a good steward of things, and you know, and it just it really changed the character that I developed through addiction back to the character that I was supposed to have.
That you were originally born with.
Yeah.
That you got back to you.
Yeah, 100%. So by the time
And
of it,
a lot of times that's what it takes. I mean, a total rebuild.
That reading at the meeting this morning said that the problem centers in the mind. Is that what that upper growth part is about? Getting into the mind a bit?
yeah, a lot of the Bible verses that because we had to study Bible verses, and they call it the renewing of the mind. So like you take out the thoughts that you usually have of your self-reflection, and then you turn it around and use Bible verses, and you to rediscover who God intended you to be. You know, because a lot of us, we have all this anxiety, we have all this worry.
No, it's pretty common out there in the world. Yeah.
They're probably pointing you at some specific Bible verses, not just any of them you want.
Oh, correct.
Okay, there's kind of some structure to this.
Yeah. So like they had their program that they went through, and they found every Bible verse that like it was common for anybody that would walk through the doors that would essentially need to start that renewal of their mind. So one of them was I believe it. What is it? I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, which is I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'm not gonna lie. The actual.
And we don't need the actual, but that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as we understand the concept.
Does it say that you sort of have to have His help to do these things?
Yes. Because if you look at the power source of it being Him and not yourself, you're less likely to have doubt.
I had a lot of doubt in myself. I needed something a bit more than myself. For a guy like
And
me,
you found it.
I did.
Yeah.
But a lot of mine had to do, I didn't trust that stuff. I didn't trust what people were telling me. I had to be shown a little bit better that I could trust. And I found it in people's actions according to what they said, not according to some scripture sort of thing, so to speak. But because of the way they behaved, and it changed because of going through the process.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like a lot the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't trust anybody. I'm not gonna lie to you. The circumstances and the
Well,
living.
with good reason,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you placed yourself in positions where you weren't around people whom you could trust, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And then you run into the sheriff, and you get an opportunity to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So now, and you're placed in a position where you have an opportunity to do that, but now are you willing to go ahead and go all in on Teen Challenge as it was being proposed?
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at the fact that I was incapable of doing it on my own, I knew that I needed something that was so structured that it was really going to change me. Because at that point, I was like, I can't. Like I said, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew that this was the hardest program in the state to attend. So I was like, all right, I'll do the most difficult thing, you know. At the time, in my mind, I was like, this is just a get out of jail free card. But that get out of jail free card turned into...
No, they'll take you right back.
Oh, yeah.
I got something almost humorous. It goes along with what you said. I was doing counseling up to Newaygo County Jail, and I'd overheard a comment that the judge made about somebody he'd sent to Teen Challenge. He sent him because he didn't think he'd stay. Didn't think he had enough in him to actually go through it. What it took to change him, and he was correct. The fella came legging it back. Well, he wasn't legging it back to jail. He was legging it somewhere, and the sheriff brought him back to jail.
Yeah. Which is crazy because I had Judge Nolan, and I had absconded from the first offense that I had with him, and it was unlawful driving away. And he said directly, he's like, I don't care if you go 364 days. If you do not complete 365, you are getting the max. You are going. So it was at.
Well, and you can't blame them. They get to a point,
you're
the
right.
judge, I mean, he gets to a point where he sees you and he gives you an opportunity. And, we do what we do.
And he saw it.
And he sees you again.
He saw how much he was making the most of those opportunities. Like,
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
So the judge gets a little frazzled there too, and at the end of the day, he says, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about, too, because I did give him every reason to doubt me.
Oh,
I did.
Well, it sounds like
you were a good addict, right?
Sure was.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna take a little break here because Darren's directed me to do so, and that's his job. So thank you, sir. for
Yeah, you're
being
welcome.
here and
Good job,
directing me. Darren on the dials, dangerous Darren. Watch out for that guy. So we'll be right back here on 106.3 WGLM Continuous Miracle Radio. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Keeping up?
Yeah.
You're doing good so far.
Yeah, thank
Doing
you.
good.
Yeah, take it from him. He's been at this a long time.
Yeah, thank you. This is different.
Too long.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I'm on I do a podcast with an associate named Greg.
I was a guy you liked everything.
Yeah.
Norm, how well?
Hey, Scott, Mike,
And
Darren, and Fred back here with you on Continuous Miracle Radio this morning. So glad you're listening. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Guiding Light and the Mac. And also, I think Brandy's House came on board.
Yep.
Yeah, so thank you so much to our sponsors for helping us out with the show. Couldn't do it without you. Darren's waving the phone at me. We are live this morning. We can take a phone call if anyone's interested at 616-754-1063. And before we went to break, we were talking with Fred a little bit about what brought him to the recovery community, and we had a tumultuous time there with a lot of incidences along the way. And then back in 2022, I think he said,
Yep.
was introduced to the Teen Challenge. And has been clean and sober ever since. And that's that continuous miracle that we like to talk about here on this radio show. Recovery does happen in real time when we're active participants in it. And that's exactly what this young man has gone about doing for the last 4 years or so, right?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of folks find this interesting. I know for me it's been a while, but when coming out of a teen challenge after a year and graduating, right?
Yeah.
365 days without being
Yeah,
a day.
yeah, I heard
Yeah.
what the judge said. Yeah,
Yep.
and then but re-entering society. Let's put it that way, because that's what it is. Because you're in a confined space, you're not locked up, but you rebuilding your life for a year.
Yeah.
So coming out, how was that for you? Was it a little bit? I mean, getting plugged into say meetings or things of that nature, or was that part of your like continuing care? Was that offered there?
So I stayed on a little bit longer as an intern. But after I was done, when I felt like I was ready to go back out into the world, what it felt like, I moved in with my girlfriend's mom and her, and started staying at their house, and so it was a big shock. I went from being in this bubble, right?
Sure, yeah,
Which-
because you're in a bubble.
Yeah, and swearing's not a thing, smoking's not a thing. I mean, there's no substance, no nothing. And so I'm in this environment, and I'm just overly anxious. Like I went from before I went into Team Challenge, I had that that trauma from being around people I couldn't trust, and now I'm back in the world, and I'm like, how do I do this? So I struggled. I really did struggle.
Let me ask: was there some continuing care? I mean, did you were assigned a sponsor? Did you?
Nope.
No.
No.
Did they plug you into 12-step groups or meetings in the area?
Nope.
That was it, huh?
That was it. As soon as I left, I was like just tossed right
That
back
could be
in.
rough. I can imagine. That could be rough.
Yeah, it was. It was very different because I had to figure out where to go, right? Because I
Sure.
knew if I had too much time on my hands, I was going to be hit.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. And then I started going to church, and then I started giving as much time as I could at church. And there was a thing called Freedom Fridays. I think it was Life Church on Peck Road.
Okay.
And that was like where people would give their testimonies every Friday, or we'd have an activity. And I just started doing that. And then, I tried to keep myself busy as possible.
Busy, like helping, doing those sort of things.
Yeah.
Did you regain employment while you were working?
So I had to get my license back. After I got my license back, then I was able to get back into employment. It costed me what was it, like $1,400 in restitution.
Sure.
And so what I was before I got my license back, my wife would be bringing me to what is it called? It was a landscaping job, so I started doing that, and then my future father-in-law at the time had given me money so I could get my license back, and I started working there, and then after I worked there, I went and started working at liquidation station, and then branched off to Pallets R Us.
Okay. So you stayed busy the whole time.
Oh yeah,
Staying gainfully employed. That was good. That filled up some time, didn't it?
yeah.
What about your continuing recovery? I'm curious. Was 12-step interactions or no meetings? Just come out and started.
For me, because I didn't learn anything about the 12 steps prior to Samaritan Way's 12 steps, but for me, it was just constantly trying to stay in prayer, constantly trying to give it to God, asking Him for strength. And there would be times where I'd get triggered, and it was so different handling triggers out in the world versus in that bubble inside the TC. Because, my old way of resolving issues is way different than how I resolve issues now. And having to put myself in a safe space to do that was very, very vital for me.
So you had to learn to walk away,
Yeah. Yep. I had to learn how to.
not respond.
Yep.
Think it through.
Mm-hmm.
Pray about it a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
In between action and reaction is thought, and that's something I had to develop over time. Like I had to think before I reacted.
Ah,
That's
I
where
get that.
That's where the next right thing comes in.
Yeah, when I worked with Scott and I did the steps with him, it was to do that. But I had specific literature-driven work to do, like what the 12-step program is, and in getting my mind right after working the steps, I had the whole book to work with that specifically dealt with what do I do to stay sober and help others in a specific manner. So you had to learn all that on the fly
Yeah.
without a tutor, mentor.
Yeah, and that was different,
I'll bet.
because I was actively looking for a mentor, but I learned that you got to find the right mentor. You don't want to be mentored by the wrong individual and pick up the wrong habit. So that's where I was just kind of like, I just gotta give mine to God. It's just different, and everybody's walk is different, and I respect that.
Oh boy, I couldn't agree with that statement more fully. Yeah, everyone has a different path in recovery and learning to get better, be better, and stay better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can be a task. Some days are more difficult than others. I'm sure you've encountered some of those.
Oh yeah. There's been a few times where I just get, because certain things that people do, just like it's like, why would you think that way? Why would you treat people a certain way? And for me, I'm like, I like to.
I always reflect and go, I behaved like that at one point in my life too.
Yeah. And like that was the hard part is identifying. Like I was like, man, I did that too.
That don't make it
Well, it's
right.
easier
That
for
don't
me to-
make it right.
It was easy for me to identify. Now, what do I do to do something different?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what's the corrective action?
Right.
Next right thing.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well,
Yeah.
when I was confused about what God's purpose and plan for me, He kind of simplified it. Just do the next right thing. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Just do the next right thing.
Yeah, I love it when he dumbs it down for us.
Mm.
You know, like don't make it advanced.
No, there's no need to really.
Right.
Yeah.
What
If
he
we're
left
paying
out,
attention.
part of what he left out, but he said, "You're not capable of much more than that, Mike." That's the other part. But that's the truth of the matter. At the point, I wasn't much capable of much more than that. Now I can pick up on the nuance of things a little better, but I still got work to go with. Don't I, boss?
Well, we all do. we all
What a
do.
diplomatic answer.
We
I
all
love that.
have room for improvement, my friend.
So I'm kind of curious. You don't sound like a fully qualified recovery coach at that point back in 2022. You must have gone through a little bit of something to get where you're at today of training.
Yeah.
Yep. I
What's
got
Just a little bit about your training to get you ready to become, useful and helpful.
so I did smart recovery training. I'm smart recovery certified. And also I'm CCAR. I'm CCAR certified as well.
And those are
When-
state certifications, right?
That's the national one's a C-card.
Okay. Yeah, it was one or the other.
But your story didn't tell me when you got to the point where I guess I'll be a C-card guy today. At some point,
Oh, what led
you
me
do a
to
little bit
want
of
to
training.
Yeah. Are you asking me like what led me to want to be qualified?
Well, I already heard why you
Oh,
wanted to,
okay.
but I didn't hear how things fell into your lap so that you could.
Oh, okay. So my buddy Greg, also the co-host on the Greg and Fred show, he was very he was very excited to just bring me on to any classes that I could take. He was emailing them to me. So
Okay.
he had figured out a way to get me a scholarship for the smart recovery class.
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as I did that, like as soon as he sent it to me, I applied for it right away, got it, and I believe it took like a whole week to get certified. And those were where you see a bunch of modulars and you go through the questions. You got to get 100% or 80 or 100% on all of them, and then he sent me another email, and then I got CCAR certified.
So your friendship relationship with Greg, you said,
Yep.
as your mentor, so to speak,
Yeah.
sponsor, mentor, you found someone.
Yeah.
That was a part I guess I was trying to find out that I missed. I just
Well, and he offered some direction. Try this.
Yeah.
Try
And,
that.
and also, Nick also saw that I would be good at this too. I do want to give credit where it's due. So it was Nick, and a lot of people are like, you need to be a recovery coach. So I was like, okay, what does it take to be a recovery coach? And then I learned what a recovery coach was, and I was like, let's do it.
okay. So you wanted to be useful and helpful, and this looked like a good way to get there, and you grabbed the opportunity. When was that?
I'd say this is. I mean, it's been about over a year now, isn't it? Yeah, it's been about a year and a half.
And what I'm hearing too is, for the listening audience, is continuing education, whether it's working some literature out of a book with some paperwork, or whether it's going through some CCAR training or some state certified training to become qualified to be helpful to those folks coming in the doors
Yeah.
out there at Teen Challenge, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on pace to, because I got to get my ethics training. I want to get my spirituality training, and just I want to be like as qualified as you could possibly qualified. Like I don't want to just stop. I want to be. I want to have
round the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Become as whole as we can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to emphasize this because in the first part of the show, you said you're new to the recovery community. Well, oh no, you've been around a little while.
Yeah.
Just, how did
4
that
years.
evolve?
Yeah.
And to let people know that they could do that also.
Well, there's a process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's available to anyone actually. I don't know if you have to have a substance abuse problem to be admitted to Teen Challenge. I'm not sure.
Well, he said that any kind of a
Life
problem,
control.
Life control issue. So
Yeah.
if you're just have a life control issue,
Yeah.
you could sign up and go out to Teen Challenge for a year to get some structure, to find a mentor, to become more spiritually alive, right?
Yeah, that place, if it wasn't for Teen Challenge, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you. Without that structure, without...
And it's called Teen Challenge, but it's available to
adult teen challenge.
Yeah,
Adult Teen Challenge. So you could be
64, 75, you know, and all ages.
There's hope for me. That's what Scott's saying.
They got a spot of what? I know where Norton Shores is.
Yeah, call today.
Get in a car or go for a ride.
Okay, I don't have the same real problem that I did 10 years ago when I arrived at AA.
No, you don't.
No, I've worked a bit at it. I've tried to get a bit better. And it seems, I've been all day without a drink. I've been 10 plus years without a drink. So I think it's helping.
Yeah, good job. Good sponsor, right? Yeah.
He
Well, they
keeps
had to
getting
have a
up.
good program to follow for him to sponsor me in something. So I'm grateful that AA was there and that he knew enough to help me with it.
Mike just keeps waking up.
Yeah. I had stopped drinking before I got to AA, but I didn't know how to I didn't know how to live life. I was still an angry, bitter man when I stopped drinking, and that's what the AA brought for me, was to help me be at peace with my life. Maybe be comfortable in my own skin might be another way of putting it.
Yeah.
And I found that helping others helped me a great deal. Much the same as what you were saying earlier, that you wanted to be a help or service. I didn't know I wanted to be until I started doing that, and I felt better about myself because I did. That's what the whole difference was. It was a kind of a self-renewing, self-perpetuating sort of thing. The more of that good stuff I did, the better results I got. My goodness, that scares all of us at times like that, Fred.
Not really.
So,
Well, you were talking, Mike, about your regeneration,
yes, sir.
and that's exactly what sounds to me what Teen Challenge does for folks. Adult Teen Challenge. It does that teen in there, and I get knocked off my square.
It's all good.
Yeah, but it's a regeneration process, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you get to rediscover who you are and reclaim the losses and walk in victory in your life. You know, like if I didn't go and self-discover who I was really meant to be, I mean, I'd be a lost soul. You know.
Sure.
So, reclaiming my identity and knowing who I am now is way more gratifying than any high I've ever had.
Yeah, it's but the process and the time that it takes for that to come to fruition. I'm grateful that we have opportunities like Adult Teen Challenge and the other various organizations that provide the similar services that can bring us back to where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we're going to come on back after this break here. Darren's telling me. Again, talk to Fred a little bit more about what his life looks like today. Well, how are you living today, sir? That's what we're going to find out in recovery and as a man of faith.
Yeah.
So come on back and join us after these brief messages. So grateful you're listening today, right here to Continuous Miracle 106.3 WGLM. I got my breath back.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, yeah,
I
good antibiotic.
couldn't-
I don't need to go, but I.
Go ahead. Yeah, you do for me.
Okay. Mick wants me to get a gym membership up there.
Hey, I'm sure she does. Good for you. Hey, Scott back here. Continuing Miracle Radio. Mike helping Scott out again.
Didn't I, though? I usually don't get his attention, but I did for a moment.
Well, yeah, I was all like flailing around, and Darren's flailing around. I'm still talking. We're glad you're back here with us. Continuous Miracle Radio, right here, live and local, WGLM 106.3. And talking with Fred this morning about how his life became reconstructed by being a participant in Adult Teen Challenge and going through their process, a year-long process, coming out and reacclimating to society as a productive member of society, which includes working and well, you mentioned going back to church, and I thought you mentioned a wife, is that right?
Yep.
You met a gal along the way who I'm
Yeah.
sure she's very supportive.
Yeah, I could. That's a testimony itself. I actually met my wife at Western Michigan Adult Teen Challenge. Her little brother was also my little brother in the program, and I had met her while she was visiting her brother.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, actually, our 1 year anniversary of our marriage is today.
Oh my goodness.
Well, happy anniversary,
Congratulations.
Fred.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
for
thank
you.
you.
That's huge.
Yeah, it is. It's a big deal.
This has been a big week for you, hasn't it, actually? I know we talked before the show about your mother.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on that real quick. Prior to the show, Fred was telling me, and we're talking about how Fred lives life today now, 4 years clean and sober.
Yeah.
And a graduate of the Teen Challenge, which has done some amazing work, as I can witness to in this man's life. Here recently this week, his mother passed away. And as many of us know, when occurrences and things of that nature happen in our lives, sometimes we don't adjust to it very well.
Yeah.
Especially if addicts or alcoholics sometimes take situations like that and make them into situations that can be worse. And I know Mike's got some experience with that, and I do as well. And this week, Fred's mother passed away here April 14th, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. And you're clean and sober.
Yeah.
And I'll bet your mother was very proud of you being clean and sober. Is that true?
No, absolutely. So when I found out last Friday that my mom was like really sick, I had went there, like I didn't care that I got there at like 11 p.m. You know, like I wanted to physically tell my mom, hey, I forgive you, because you know you don't want to hold on to that bitterness. You don't want somebody to pass. And she acknowledged. I mean, she was just fighting for her, fighting to breathe. She was on hospice, and I just told my mom, I was like, hey, I finally found my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally doing what I was called to do in my life. And being able to tell my mom that, like, meant so much to me,
Sure.
Yeah.
So, and the thought of a drink or drug never occurred to you, did it?
Honestly, there was times, like, after she passed, because, like, my whole family, like, they drink, I ain't gonna lie to you. Outside of my second oldest brother.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, how everybody else handles grief and pain and suffering is way different than how I handle it now.
Right.
So, like, in my mind, I was like, there ain't no going back. I'm at where I'm at now because I removed all that.
Right, and that's the miracle
Yeah.
of the recovery process.
Yeah.
Our first is former alcoholic addict.
Yep.
Our first response in the past would have been to drink.
Oh, yeah.
And as a result of Teen Challenge and all the effort you put in along the way the last couple of years, your response was not to drink or drug.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that a miracle, sir? Yes or no question?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got to acknowledge those when you see them, because I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
Good for us.
That's God showing off, is what I heard.
Yeah. shows up and shows out.
Yeah, exactly right. And you get to experience that love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it doesn't hurt.
No.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing at this point in your life you can share. That's what you bring to the table.
That's what's important to the new person coming in. You just had that happen in your life, and you're not drinking, and you're not drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's critical to a newcomer who maybe is having some situations in their life when you encounter them, you know, for the first time. So that's what I think you call it a testimony.
Yeah.
Yeah. To what a higher power and your way of finding a higher power is done in your life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, praise God.
I do.
Yeah.
But-
Go ahead.
But that's what a recovery, like Scott said, can bring to the table. And that's what the drop-in center is about, is so that people can come in contact with a recovery coach that turned their life around, and they help explain how they did that.
Yeah. So, like, I'm living proof that real change can happen. You know,
Sure.
as long as you you got to show grit in your own life, and that's what I've done. You know, I went from being, you know, the world's biggest. I'm trying not to swear, but the world's biggest mistake to a blessing. You know, I turned a mess into a bless, and that's what makes me qualified. Is the fact that I care that much about getting my life in order, so therefore somebody else can learn from all my mistakes if they want to.
Well, yeah. That's a key component. Somebody's got to be willing to listen.
Yeah,
Get their want to fixed.
yeah,
I like that mess to a bless. That's a good line.
yeah.
That's what happens, though.
Mhm.
In real time, too.
Yeah.
In real time.
Sure does.
Well, day at a time. But it's still real time, a day at a time.
Oh yeah.
Works that way for all of us.
Amen.
So,
Go ahead, Mike.
is there anything in particular goes on at the drop-in center you'd like to tell us about, like kind of your schedule stuff, maybe an event somebody'd want to show up for?
So we have classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our first class is Monday, and it's back to the basics, which is 1:30 to 2:30. Wednesday is the 12 Samaritan Way 12 steps, and that is also 1:30 to 2:30. And then Friday is open forum, which is also 1:30 to 2:30. And on Friday night we have our fellowship Friday. And to touch a little bit more in depth on our fellowship Fridays, we usually have food, we provide dinner, drinks, obviously non-alcoholic drinks.
All right.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
And it's a safe environment where people can go and meet other people that want to get their life better, or if there's somebody that is struggling in active use. Hey, we got coaches on standby. We're here to help you. We get you signed up.
Yeah.
And we'll, take care of you. It's the atmosphere alone at the drop-in center that is what's drawing people. Like, there's people that are openly talking about, hey, this is what I struggled with, and it's such a beautiful thing to see.
So it's an atmosphere of grace.
Yeah, it really is.
Come on in, sit down, and have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a slice of pizza, which we commonly have, is pizza.
Mike,
I'm getting hungry.
Mike's dialing in Friday night. Here's the phone.
Oh, yeah. Also, I want to give a shout-out to Mancino's. They have provided so much pizza for us, along with BC Pizza, I believe Pizza Hut even. And, yeah, we've had a lot of blessings from the community. A lot of places have stepped up, and we're happy to help.
Yeah, thank to all those local organizations for helping out.
What I picked up on is I'm hungry for a slice of pizza. I might just have to stop by at 1:15.
Oh no, you got to show up at 5:30, and it goes to 8 p.m.
No, I'm the address 1:15.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, 115 and a half South Lafayette Street.
Okay, I'll show up there one
On
of
a
these
Friday
Fridays.
night. Yeah.
Hey.
Maybe I'll even have something to say. Like, thank you. Thanks for the pizza. I love it.
Yeah.
And then you're there. Are you there on staff then during the day? How many guys you got? at there on staff?
Right
Monday
now,
through Friday, I mean.
right now it's just Nick and I, just the two of us.
Okay.
Sometimes director comes up and Joe Heckema, he's been popping in and out, and he's going to be the more present.
Oh, locally here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because he founded Samaritan Way in Muskegon back in 2024, correct? And so him running in Muskegon, and then now we just opened up right here in Greenville, so we're going to be seeing more of him, which we're all excited for as well.
Sure. Well, you're back to basics. What are you guys doing? What's your back to basics? Like first 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, or 1 through 6? I've heard it presented in different ways. That's why I'm asking.
Back to basics for us is just really helping them identify, like how to get back. How do you I want to say cope with things. How do you, it's just something similar to that.
Okay.
hmm I'm not the one that usually runs the class. Nick's usually the one that runs that class. So
We'll have Nick on in a later
Yeah.
show, and he can tell us a bit more about that.
Nick's going to take us back to basics.
yeah, he will. He's a good teacher. So
So you've run into, I know in the local community, I'm sure you've run into a lot of folks then from the recovery community since you've been here, haven't you?
yeah, and it's wild to see it's great to see other organizations that can work together, but then you see the ones that don't like to work with one another, and
Oh,
and that's what I've noticed a lot of when you see multiple organizations, which is very sad to see.
People being people?
yeah, a lot of people are going on.
Yeah, that's part of it. Good folks bumping into each other trying to do good things.
Instincts in collision is what my book says.
Instincts in collision. That
Yeah.
happens sometimes. I've seen it before. Yeah, it happens sometimes. That's okay, though. We'll get through that just like we got through today, all right?
Yep, whew.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of support, from other organizations as well. It is very nice to run into other coaches and other people that are, CEOs of their own, and just giving encouragement.
Encouragement, that's what a guy like me needs.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where, now, you mentioned like you're living locally now, or Saranac? Well,
Yeah,
out a little ways from Greenville?
yeah, it's about like a 25, 30-minute drive,
Okay.
which is worth it, doing what I do,
Mhm.
Yep.
So your life's been reconstructed.
Yeah. Whole rebuild.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something.
Go ahead.
So what my day consists of now is, I wake up, I shoot to work, meetings, but it's the people that I get to show up for. It's helping them find resources, whether if they're, obviously people want help. I help get them referrals to Bear River. I help them get resources where they can get food, water, shelter, housing. We really do it all, and we're the only place, like one of the only places that have lived experience.
So it's kind of like if you need help, just come on down and we'll help you find what you need, right?
Yep.
Do you guys have like internet access there, or somebody can?
Yep, we do have internet, and yeah, you can come check in, use it, whatever you need. Have a safe place to go.
I was curious, you had mentioned your podcast in the second segment. Can you tell me a little more about it?
Yeah, so it's the Greg and Fred show, and what we do is we're Real Talk Recovery. We talk about the current things that are going on, and we're just honest about it, and we're real about it. We're not using the
Kind of
platform.
like we do here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not using the platform to bash any other organization. We're just bringing the truth, like you guys do. And we've had our official first show a couple of weeks ago. And we're currently in the process of moving and having our own studio place, such as you guys have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's just God's just been blessing me with a bunch of different avenues. It's kind of overwhelming, but at the same time, it's a good overwhelming.
Well, yeah, and if it's good, it's from God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mike discovered that, right?
I
Where-
certainly.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Darren.
I was going to ask, where can people find your podcast?
It's on YouTube. There's many platforms. I should have brought the card in so I could have just been so descriptive of it. Yeah, I'll have to give that information to you. But
Yeah, just give it to me. We'll get it on our page.
yeah,
Yeah, that's our show too. Now is available on a lot of different platforms. We're up on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube.
Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Podcast Addict, Overcast.fm. I'm pulling up my phone
Is
right
it easier
now.
to say what we're not on than it is to say what we're on?
Podbean,
Podbean.
Pocket Casts, Overcast, Player FM as well.
So you can catch Continuous Miracle Radio on any one of those platforms anywhere around the globe. Isn't that amazing? Anywhere around the
Everything I
globe.
run into is almost amazing.
yeah. See, that's all the ones that we're on. We got Spotify. We got YouTube.
You guys are getting out there
Instagram,
too,
yeah.
then.
We're
Yeah,
doing-
it's cool. And that's where recovery is headed. Isn't that beautiful? We got out in front of this thing, Mike. and-
I can't wait till we do something with a TikTok, whatever. But you said I'm so slow that I can't get it out in 15, 30 seconds,
I don't know
whatever.
about TikTok. Maybe we'll take a swing at it.
Yeah. Don't let me on my own, boss.
Well, maybe we will.
Okay. Look out, TikTok. I'm coming.
But that's part of the fun of being in recovery and getting out there and carrying a message that people do get well, can get well, and are getting well on a daily basis. And and that's the continuous miracle, my friends. You know, and that's what we get to see, bear witness to on a regular basis, wherever it is we're traveling. It's not all doom and gloom, never has been. It's about recovery.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Amen.
Staying sober. But anyway, I'm really glad that you come in to see us this morning, Fred.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I am going to make it down for one of those Friday testimonials you spoke of, probably fairly soon, folks.
Yeah, Fellowship Friday.
Yeah, make sure you get extra pizza for Mike that day.
You got an appetite. I don't have to bring a cake, do I?
I mean, if you want to, go ahead.
Okay, there's an opportunity.
I was looking for you to get a day off, but go ahead, make cake. That'd be great.
What you don't know, Fred, is that's one of my specialty. I bake a lot, and I'm fairly good at it. I'm told.
Mike makes a pretty good cake. And I've had a few over the years.
Yeah, there's a baker's tip. Use duck eggs; they're richer. Well, that's what this is about. Education.
Yeah.
Remember, Darren?
Yes.
And how long did it take you to learn that, sir?
Well, I was in my 70s before I learned that, so it's not an overnight matter.
It's never too late. Hey, Scott and Mike here. I just want to thank you again so much for listening to Continuous Miracle Radio right here on WGLM 106.3. Fred, I want to thank you for coming and joining us this morning, sharing your experience, strength, and hope. And if you want to come on back next week, guess we're going to have a special guest on, Mike was telling me. And, go ahead.
No, I was hoping for Ben to show up, tell us a little bit about employment. I was at Guiding Light last week. And
Perfect. That's who will be here next week on Continuous Miracle Radio, right here, WGLM 106.3. Thank you so much for listening. Talk to you soon.
thanks, Fred.
Yeah, thank
An
you.
awesome job. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit my vape before I get over there.